And good evening, everyone, and welcome to beautiful downtown St. Mary's. We're here for the 2026 Summerfest Parade. Rider Nation Station would like to thank you for tuning in to us for this evening's festivities. And we're just kind of praying that the weather holds out. I'm Kelly J, along with my husband Mike, and one of our normal Rider Nation Station crew bringing you tonight's events. Mike, we're getting ready to start things off with the St. Mary's Police Chief, Chief Luke Turpin, Police Department leading the way in the parade.
Yeah, a little history. This is kind of, Summerfest is a celebration of the birthday of St. Mary's, basically. We're happy 203rd birthday, City of St. Mary's. Town was established in 1823. We celebrated the bicentennial 3 years ago, so that means we're at the 203rd birthday of our town.
After the St. Mary's Police Department leading the way, we're followed closely behind by the Auglaize County Sheriff's Department. And then right after the Sheriff's Department, then we will have the Color Guard. And the Color Guard will be a combination of the St. Mary's VFW Post 9289 and the American Legion Post 323.
We'll pause as the colors pass.
And Rider Nation Station, big thank you to all of the members of the service, both past and present. Thank them for their service to our nation. And things are about to get pretty loud here.
St. Mary's Fire Department is passing, led by Chief Doug Ayers. 16 full-time firefighters and paramedics. They responded to over 380 fires last year and 1,300 emergency calls. Thank you for your service, men of the fire department. While the other fire department vehicles are passing, we can give you a little history. We've been having Summerfest here at St. Mary's since 1983. Before that, there are records going back almost 200 years of yearly gatherings in town. Before Summerfest, it was known as Heritage Days. Before that, it was known by the acronym SMACO, which stood for St. Mary's All Community Outing. That will always be my favorite.
My favorite as well.
My favorite name for the community gathering. Way back in the 1800s, we were talking about, it was called Jubilee, and way back almost to the beginning, it was called Homecoming. So St. Marians have been doing this for almost 200 years, this annual tradition.
And again, thank you to all of those who serve both the police department, the fire department, and our service institutions, the VFW and the American Legion. We thank them for all they've done for our nation and all that they continue to do for our community. Both very, very generous in their support.
Following the fire department, right there is Grand Marshal of the parade, Bill Huber, practicing attorney here in town for 58 long years. He's also held various other positions in the county. Great citizen. You'll notice he's wearing a Revolutionary War costume. That's to honor his 5th and 6th great-grandfathers who fought in the Revolutionary War.
Next we have a very, very large tractor here, and I think that we are pulling the Rheinmetall float. And Rheinmetall is a parade sponsor, and we have to, both the Summerfest Parade Committee and Rider Nation Station would like to throw them a big thank you for use of their parking lot for the parade lineup. That's kind of a traditional place to herd all the floats together and get them in order.
I'm going to go back for a second to Bill Huber, our Grand Marshal. in addition to being a practicing attorney for 58 years, he was assistant prosecuting attorney for the county, assistant law director for the city, judge for the municipal court. He's a lecturer at Ohio State University, Lima. Just a pillar, what I would describe as a pillar of the community. Every city or town needs people like that to serve, not only be a working entrepreneur in town, but also serve the community in a variety of roles to help things work. And I think Bill was very active way back in Heritage Days when it was here as well, before it was Summerfest. So congratulations, Bill Huber, our Grand Marshal of Summerfest Parade this year. Oh, I'm sorry.
Little break in the action here, which we kind of like generally because we can talk a little bit about the various entrants into the parade. If it holds true to their order, which you and I know, Mike, is not always the case, we might be having Everhart Hospice coming up.
Who is a parade sponsor?
Is also a parade sponsor for the Summerfest Parade.
It's a hospice service. It serves 10 counties in west central Ohio, from Dark to our south all the way to Paulding to our north. They have offices in Greenville and Coldwater, and they have a care center located in Greenville, Everhart Hospice.
They provide care wherever you call home.
Next is another parade sponsor, Rock City Church.
Rock City is a church that meets every Sunday at the St. Mary's Memorial High School. They were a church launched in Columbus 15 years ago, and they now have numerous campuses, satellite campuses.
We're the fifth satellite campus
yes.
that they have outside of Columbus.
We are the only campus outside of the greater Columbus area. For more information on the Rock City Church, you can visit rockcitychurch.tv/Grand Lake for more information. And we oftentimes like to joke that this Summerfest Parade is kind of a pre-Halloween with the candy throwouts, and so far things have held true with a lot of candy being thrown out to people.
The veteran parade goers and kids their parents have educated them come equipped with a grocery bag or a gym bag or something to collect all the candy that's thrown on the ground. The rookies have nothing, and they're just stuck with putting it in their pockets.
Yeah, well, or fold the shirt up and kind of store it in there. But I see the next
two little girls across the street have bags, and one of them looks to be about halfway full already.
Yeah, this one young man has a backpack.
He's optimistic about his fortunes
yes.
today. You always want to be over prepared.
Okay, next it looks like we have St. Mary's Foundry. And St. Mary's Foundry was founded in 1917, and they produce the highest quality gray and ductile iron castings in the world.
They have two 20-ton furnaces, and they make castings ranging from 1,000 pounds to an amazing 60,000-pound casting. Wow.
And one of the few entrants into the parade with a really nice float, a very, very nice float. We always appreciate those who kind of go above and beyond.
Up next is the St. Mary's Chamber of Commerce float. Executive Director Angie Tangeman is on board. Originally founded in 1952, celebrating its 74th year in existence, promoting businesses all over the St. Mary's area. St. Mary's Chamber.
Eyes and Becky Louth, and we've got, again, a nice float that was put together by the Chamber. We appreciate that.
Coming up next, last year's Summerfest queen, Brianna Miller. She's a student at Ohio State, studying education.
Daughter of Brent and Michelle. And she is with last year's Little Miss Summerfest, Lorelei Paulus, daughter of Trent and Sarah Paulus. And I think she is going into the 2nd grade, I think.
Wonder if she can golf as well as all the rest of the Paulus family.
I know that Dad has had her out there quite a bit already.
She probably swings better than I do already.
Yes, I'm sure she does. Next we have this year's Summerfest pageant.
Queen, this year's queen, Callie Halco, daughter of Terry Halco and Deanna Liette.
Have her in the front.
Little Miss Summerfest this year is Elowen Barnes, daughter of Josh and Sydney Barnes, who's going into the 2nd grade.
A little 77-year-old going into the 2nd grade. And then we have the rest of the Summerfest court.
First runner-up, Leah Slife. 2nd runner-up, Ellie Kraft. 3rd runner-up, Ella Schlarman. 4th runner-up, Ava Botkin. Miss Congeniality, Kayla Opperman. And then the Little Miss Summerfest, 1st runner-up, Brooklyn Howell. 2nd runner-up, Charlie Wilker. 3rd runner-up, River Poff. 4th runner-up, Harper Hinckley.
And carrying that court is HDL Property Services. And we thank them for taking care of this year's court for us. Wonderful looking group of young ladies.
Nice business in town. They do full service lawn care, snow removal, dumpster delivery, all kinds of property maintenance services. HDL Property, thank you for carrying our court this year.
This group is a little cleaner, a little better kept than their normal loads that they're hauling.
Let's get a close-up. Get a close-up of Rider Nation Station's own play-by-play man, Joe Hurlbert, and also is the Honorable Mayor of St. Mary's, His Majesty Joe Hurlbert.
Also, of course, the voice of Rough Rider football and basketball. And the guy who stuck us with having to do commentary for the parade.
Him and his wife used to do commentary until he got elected. And we've been
here ever since.
We've been given a lifetime contract since that.
Following the mayor, we have Grand Lake Health Systems. Basically runs Joint Township Hospital.
Opened in 1953 with only 50 beds. Today, it has over 800 doctors and 150 physicians.
I hope, since they're a health organization, that they're passing out organic sugar-free treats. I'm guessing not. Next we have Spirit Medical Transport. And I think after this we have a very abbreviated.
Jenny's Ginger Snaps.
Ginger Snaps, yes. Celebrated their 50-year anniversary in 2022.
Over 1,000 alumni, so I'm sure there's lots of people watching the parade who used to be a Ginger Snap when they were
former Ginger Snaps,
girl.
yes.
Can they still twirl?
I don't know.
Many years later, I don't know.
But yeah, we have a pretty abbreviated group today with the Ginger Snaps. Next we have, I think, a new...
Auglaize County.
Oh, yeah.
Auglaize County Council on Aging.
Council on Aging, serving seniors of Auglaize County since 1976.
Providing help, socialization, transportation to our seniors. Here we go. Very unusual entry here. Wapak Optimus Lawnmower Drill Team. They got the mowers running. They got their formations in gear.
And here we go, boy. Got some work. They're generating a little excitement in the crowd here. Oh, it looks like we might get a little dance action out of them. Oh, yeah.
High kicking.
Yeah.
The Rockettes have nothing on The Optimus Precision Drill Team.
The Optimus Lawnmower Drill Team, directed by Tom Meyer. They perform in other local parades. They even performed in the Cincinnati Reds opening day parade.
Wow.
So it looked like a bunch of guys with a lot of enthusiasm.
Next, coming down the street, looks like a purple convertible here. It's Monfort Family McDonald's. We got Grimace. I don't know the name of that female character. I got to brush up on my McDonald's.
I'm loving it. All I know is I'm loving it. And I love those strawberry and blueberry cream pies. I tell you what. And you know what? One of our son's first words that he ever said
was fries.
Yeah.
He knew what that McDonald's golden arch
He'd go by
represented.
those golden arches and say
hear fries from the back seat.
Yeah. So next after the Monfort Family McDonald's, we have the St. Mary's All Brass Marching Band, SMAB, directed by Maddie Frankenhauser and Rider Nation's own Howard Spencer. 130 students. This year's SMAB traveling show is Control plus Alt plus Dance.
A bunch of dance tunes from 2000 to the present. In other words, we won't know any of them.
Yeah, we're not going to know any of those songs.
We're not going to have Dancing Queen from ABBA.
I tell you what, I was very disappointed when I heard that they were not going to have Dancing Queen, although I was told that they did that a couple years ago, and so, yeah, don't expect it that.
St. Mary's community should be very proud of our band. In an era when you watch bands at football games and their numbers are dwindling almost, some of them are 20 and 30 kids for massive high schools. The St. Mary's band still has 130-member strong marching band. That's very impressive. And good for our kids to want to come out and do something for the town and the school.
Yes, and Maddie Frankenhauser and Howard Spencer just do a phenomenal job keeping the interest and the enthusiasm up for that program.
Next coming down the pike is the St. Mary's cheerleaders, coached by Amanda McAvoy, assisted by Morgan Felder.
And there is Rocky. They're in the back of the...
Rocky's on the back. I didn't see him.
Yes.
Here comes this
and
year's
I'm guessing inside that Rocky costume is probably pretty warm right about now.
About 200 degrees right now.
And as you would expect, we've got the band, we've got the cheerleaders, and what is to follow, of course, is St. Mary's football team. And the St. Mary's football team last year finished up 7-2 in the WBL in a three-way tie for second place behind, unfortunately, Wapakoneta.
Five-time title holder Wapakoneta.
Yes, so hopefully
the boys can knock Wapakoneta from their perch.
Yes, it had kind of a stranglehold on the WBL titles. The boys finished 8-4 last year. They will open on August 21st at home versus Galleon.
Galleon beat them last year, 35-6 at Galleon. So boys will be looking for a little revenge.
Little revenge, yes. Hopefully can put things together. Right. I know they've had a couple scrimmages already. And so, yeah, we're hoping that we can start the season strong with a season opening win.
Following the high school team is the Women's Flag Football League. It's an area league that started last year. It's grown from 2 teams last year to 6 this year. My question about flag football is, do the girls run the wing tee, or do they have a little more wide open on passing offenses?
Well, I would think that...
Do they buck the tradition of the town?
I would think that they would need to pass a little bit, which is not one of our strengths. Yeah, I think I would enjoy the flag football, although I think I'm about 30 years past my prime.
Sean Barnett Electrical is providing the transportation for the St. Mary's Middle School football team. And Sean Barnett, fittingly, is the head coach of the middle school team.
And
Mom, I'm on TV. Mom, can I get $20?
Sean Barnett, usually a Rider Nation station sponsor, with some very, very good commercials. Very good commercials.
Next float is We Can Too.
We
Organization
Can,
that provides, gets jobs for individuals with developmental disabilities in the community.
We Can Too supports the long-term goal of community employment for working age adults.
Got a nice chopper bicycle there right behind the We Can Too. Carol Brown and family trying to get on TV. That was a cheap attempt at getting on TV.
Next, looks like we have the St. Mary's Theater. We were there this morning.
Yep, we were there this morning for a juggling act.
Yes.
Dave Kane. It's
The
outstanding.
St. Mary's Theater, nonprofit group formed in 2021 to restore and preserve and promote the historic St. Mary's Theater. Right now, the theater is just bustling with activity. We've got concerts, comedians, entertainers of all types. There are
Next
free,
Saturday is an Elvis impersonator.
Love Me Tender, Love Me Sweet.
Yeah, get your blue suede shoes
Get
out.
your blue suede
Show up.
shoes, yeah. And if you don't go, you ain't nothing but a hound dog. But yeah, get your tickets and check out all of the things on Grand Opera House Live.
Walking behind a Jeep here is State Representative Angie King. Salina native, serves our area in the Ohio House of Representatives. Does an outstanding job representing Mercer, part of Dark, and part of Auglaize County.
Yes, represents the 84th House District, and yes, does an outstanding job. Following Angie King, we have Free Waltz Cleaning Company.
Established 2 years ago. They do residential and industrial cleaning 7 days a week. They were the Reader's Choice Award for Best Cleaning Company in the area.
And
I like the float.
I like the float, yes. Excellent job on the float.
Got a little dry ice working.
And got a little bit of music going there too. Next we have
D&W golf cart sales.
and located on Salina Road. They have new and used gas and electric carts. They do sales and service with over 30 years of experience. Next, we have the Roots Pub and Generations truck and float
Flatbed,
here,
yeah.
flatbed, carrying the Broncos 7th grade football team, coached by Scott Glass. Roots Pub and Generations, formerly the CNC Loft and Lounge.
Next comes Lady Rider Soccer.
Lady Rider Soccer.
Brand new head coach, Lily Ankerman this year, former Rough Rider standout and a college soccer player at UNOH.
Last year, the Lady Riders were 8-4. They were 5th in the WBL.
They open up at Anna on Tuesday.
Tuesday the 18th. Their first home game will be on August the 25th versus Sidney Lehman. Next, we have the St. Mary's volleyball team. St. Mary's volleyball team coached by Kaylee Yoder. And they open their home game, or their first game, on August 25th versus Fort Recovery. The lady volleyballers were 10-15 last year, 6-3 for 3rd place in the WBL.
Following them, D&D Bus and Taxi Service. And D&D stands for our good friend Dylan Dietz, former student and good friend Dylan Dietz.
They provide taxi rides or large party bus trips. And I think Dylan also doubles as a bus driver for the school district.
Absolutely.
St. Mary's School District. So we appreciate his service to our school and
service to people trying to avoid DUIs.
yes. Okay, next, I think
Wayne Street Church.
Wayne Street Church,
Pastor Tim Benjamin was leading the way.
right on the corner of Wayne Street and Spring Street. And they have, again, a really nice looking float here. We always appreciate the organizations that go to the trouble, putting some thought into their entry into the parade.
Following them, Plus One Professionals. New owner Krista Hubble has a team of over 15 sales agents that give real estate services for mostly St. Mary's and All Glaze County.
Plus One, our philosophy is to continually go one extra step. That's the plus one to ensure superior service.
Following them is All Glaze County Horsemen's Council, led by their mascot miniature pony,
Bunsey.
The equine queens aboard, Kaylee Hickman, and the princess is Adeline Dietz. They promote horsemanship in All Glaze County.
They were started in 2019.
My dream is to one day ride Bunsey the length of the parade route.
I think you would break Bunsey's back.
I don't think it's Bunsey's dream that I do that, but it's my dream to ride Bunsey.
Next we have 419 Jeeps.
Over 2,000 members in the 419 area code.
And in past years, I think we've had a few more of the Jeeps that show up, but again, the weather, I think, frightened a few people off today.
Truck and flatbed in front of us is from R&J All Terrain on Jackson Street here in town. The R in R&J is Ross McCune. The J is Justin Brenneman. Basically, it's an excavation company. They do land clearing, dirt and gravel work, bush hogs, yard repair, etc. R&J All Terrain, a new company. Following them is McCune Trucking, located in Knoxville. Their specialty is delivering water to fill pools, and you'll be able to see that, their specialty, when you see the artwork on the side of their tanks. You can hold a lot of water in that thing right there.
Well, here the last few days, there's been a lot of water in All Glaze County, so yeah, I'm sure that they have not had trouble filling that truck up.
That's bad for business when we get this much rain.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They're probably hoping for a little dry spell this week.
Yeah, beautiful artwork on the side of the tanks.
Check out that artwork. McCune Trucking.
I got my pool water at McCune Trucking.
Next we have Grand Lake Skate, and we have this guy's pretty talented. He's skating and holding a baby.
Doing a little limbo.
Yes, we got some kids skating. They look a lot more flexible than I am. Grand Lake Skate, open skating and hosting parties. They do both speed skating and roller hockey.
Yeah, teams you can sign up for speed skating and roller hockey.
Located on Salina Road in St. Mary's, and I could break into a little Xanadu song at this point in time with, roller hockey. I'm dating myself, I suppose.
I'm not sure what they played when you roller skated is what they play today.
That's true. That's true. But no, the whole movie was roller skating.
That's why I didn't watch Xanadu.
Next, we have Nelson's Body Shop. Nelson's family-owned since 1926. And auto repair and roadside assistance. They are located on Wayne Street. And a little Fleetwood Mac, you've got to like that. Of course, you won't. But music coming out of there.
Passing out freeze pops.
Yeah,
that's going to be popular.
Freeze pops. Yeah, that's going to be a popular one. Following Nelson's Body Shop, we have On Top Roofing. They are the 2025 Reader's Choice Award for Best Roofing Company. They're located on J Street in St. Mary's.
Best street in town.
Best street in town. Commercial and residential low-slope roofing services with over 14 years of experience. And they did a nice job of decorating their truck again, we appreciate the effort.
I see some German theme coming down the street. That means Minster Oktoberfest.
We should have the 2025 Queen, Annie Himmelgarn, daughter of Randy and Kate Himmelgarn, and Little Miss Tatum Sommer, daughter of Dane and Heather.
Dressed in their German dresses and their lederhosen.
The Minster Oktoberfest is not obviously until October, and so we will get next year. We will get
The
this
26th
year's.
Queen.
Yes, we're always a year behind for the Queen. Give them just a couple more months of reign over their title.
As hot as it is, if those barrels on that float had a tap on them, they could be a very popular float.
That's true. That is true. And again, they always have a good entry into the parade. Next, we have the Cancer Bash, and the
Brand new event.
cancer fighting fundraiser. And the first one was held this year in June. It was held in honor and memory of Amy Bruns.
I think it was held at Speedway Lanes in Bremen.
And just, I love their sign, cancer sucks in every color.
Amen. First Baptist Church has a float. They're located on the corner of Wayne and Spring, if you're not familiar with them. Parade went right, turned right where their church is at. Sunday services at 10:30.
Their float celebrating the American 250th anniversary. Next we have former student, Dare Officer Tim Rammel with the Auglaize County Sheriff's Department. And
Auglaize County Cattlemen's Beef Queen and Princess. Queen Ashton Kohler, Princess Lily Mextroth. They were just crowned at the Auglaize County Fair last week.
The Cattlemen's Beef Queen and Princess. Next, we have the Comet. The Comet. Pinball and arcade games for the entire family. Located on Spring Street. I should go into a little verse of the Pinball Wizard from The Who. Again, dating myself,
Yeah.
but does that ever go out?
Right.
The Pinball Wizard.
Got a supple wrist.
Such a supple wrist. Next, we have I believe Rams and Colts football. The Rams is 3rd through 6th grade. Head coach Dan Fink, and the Colts are 3rd through 6th grade as well. Coach Dan Snyder. I'm seeing some of those guys with some freeze pops, so I don't know if they ran ahead to get them or not, but yeah, they've got some freeze pops. Next we have Elite Drain Cleaning and Water Damage Professionals.
Residential and commercial drain cleaning.
Locally owned sewer and draining specialists. And you kind of wonder, have they been busy here these last few days with storm drain, sewer?
You got a drainage problem. It's going to show up when you get 7 inches of rain. And
it says water damage professionals. I'm sure that's right now they're probably hopping with business. Okay, next, yeah, you hope not for sure. Next we have Camp Creek Property Services, and kind of a late entry into the parade.
Excavation company, land clearing, snow removal. They also do things like shed sales and pole barn construction. So a little bit of everything, property services.
They offer solutions for all of your property needs.
Parade's getting a little backed up here, which usually happens earlier than this.
Yeah, not sure what's happening at the Yeah, our production crew thinks it might be the band.
Somebody down there trying to ride Bunsey. Trying to tame him.
Or it could be the lawnmower guys.
Could be the precision.
That they, stopped a couple times and they were doing some really fancy dances. I like that. And see these guys here from Camp Creek, they're not real smart. They're passing us over for the candy. It's like walking right past. I'm like, hey guys, come on, throw us a little love here.
They figured we're a little old for
that's true.
collecting candy.
Blow pops and Tootsie Rolls. How about Milk Duds? I could go for one of those Milk Duds. All right, next we should have Sunset Hauling.
Junk and debris removal business located in Coldwater. Open 24/7 in case you have emergency need to remove junk or debris.
And it says specializing in removing old fencing, yard waste, drywall. Again, you get into that flooding kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and
wet carpet in the basement,
yeah,
wet drywall.
You kind of hope that's not an issue, but with the weather that we've been having lately, and I got to, at this point in time, give a shout out to our producer, Rich Spencer. He said we were going to be okay with the weather. He's spot on. He said, hey, it's going to hold off on us. We're okay.
If you keep talking about it, it's not going to be.
Give us the go-ahead, and here we are. So Sunset Hauling, and then we still got quite a few entries with Sunset Hauling. After Sunset Hauling, looks like we have Evans Home Improvement.
Windows, doors, siding, roofing, gutters. They do a little bit of everything in the home improvement area.
Located in Wapakoneta. We do roofing. We do roofing. Next.
Following them should be the Auglaize County Fair royalty. Queen was St. Mary's own, just recently graduated, Logan Henshin. Congratulations, Logan.
And if her brother doesn't do a close-up of her sister with the camera, and yes, the whole family in there, then he's going to hear it when
Don't
he gets
forget
home.
the king, Hunter Wellman.
Okay.
But
yeah.
we give Logan a little extra press. She's a native.
Yeah, and we got Ross right here. So yeah. Okay, next we have one of our favorites, one
all
of
the
the
way from Van Wert County.
The Lincoln View High School Steel Band. This is the second year for the Steel Band to be in the Summerfest parade, and it's their fourth year of existence.
Shut up and listen.
That's the first line.
Thanks to the Lancers for coming all the way down from Van Wert County. They do a great job. The crowd really appreciates them.
The couple of the other bands, and understandably the weather was not a sure bet to be nice tonight, but Lincoln View braved it, and sure enough provided everybody with some great entertainment. We love the Lincoln View Steel Band. Next we have STS Farms Trucking.
Located on Glenwood, New Knoxville Road in New Knoxville, trucking company. Teresa Roberts, community member. She's been in the parade for several years now, just enjoys coming out, throwing out some candy and having fun.
Gotta love it. And same goes with Barbara Revolt, overdose awareness. And we've got a little van or Jeep decorated with those who have
Lost.
Who have been
due to
lost,
drug
yeah,
situations.
due to drug issues, and so yeah, kudos to Barbara for bringing awareness to our community with that. Next we have conveniently called MECA, the Miami and Erie Canal Corridor Association, Heritage Trails Park District.
Pulling their canal boat float.
The Chamber President's Award winner by the sign there. And hoping for a few dry days so we can get back out to the towpath and do a little exercise there. Here we have Hunters with Heart, and Hunters raise money for needy families in the St. Mary's area. This last year's their Easter egg hunt, although there were 15,000 eggs. That is a lot of eggs.
Yeah. They also have a wild game dinner and an auction to raise funds for needy families.
Hunters with Heart. True Shine Automotive is our next truck.
Located on Route 33 in Salina, they do automotive work on all kinds of cars and trucks, and they also have a towing service.
Both American and foreign vehicles.
Scott Ross Realty is next.
Scott Ross is the former golf coach at St. Mary's Memorial. He's an assistant bowling coach.
Over 20 years in business.
Over 20 years in business. The agents at Scott Ross Realty can help you with all your real estate needs.
Antique tractors are coming. Got about a dozen or so, it looks like, antique tractors of all types. There's an old Alice Chalmers, an old Farmall.
Oh, this one here in front was the one I think I bucked my brother off the back of the wagon with when I popped the clutch back when I was about 6 years old.
This next one, the John Deere 4020, was the one that we had at home on the farm, and I spent a lot of hours on that with a radio attached to that wheel well.
If it was like mine, it was like bungee tied.
Yeah, I had a bungee strap wrapped around the wheel well. Of course, today we have air-conditioned cabs, Dolby stereo. Don't even get me started. We were out in the elements back in the day.
Yeah, they would not look on us as true farmers today.
Bunch of green power in there.
Now see, he's one of the smart ones. He's got a little shade.
And rain cover in case it rains. All we had was an umbrella that you had to rig to the top of the tractor. Trueland Equipment is after all the antique tractors. They've located in Coldwater and Van Wert. They have dealerships all over western Ohio and eastern Indiana. The closest is Coldwater and Van Wert.
They
specialize John Deere equipment.
Yes.
Trueland's been here a number of years to our parade.
Next, we have the St. Mary's Rotary Club. The Rotary
Community service
Community
organization.
Service Organization here in St. Mary's. They're involved with 4-H, Buckeye Boy State, the Presidential Classroom, World Affairs Institute. Just you name it, they're involved. And we got. They don't throw real well, but
Incoming. There's incoming artillery here.
And following behind, two of our favorite people,
Rider
Zach.
Nation Station's own Zach Farrell and his lovely and talented wife, Stacy.
They were the parade chairs.
Parade
And
organizers.
so, yeah,
That's not an easy job.
Not an easy job at all, especially with the impending weather and all that stuff. So big thank you to Zach and Stacy for everything.
Bringing up the rear is the last but not least is the Township of St. Mary's Fire Department. 27-member all-volunteer fire department.
They protect Villanova, South Moore Shores, Sandy Beach, and they work in conjunction with the St. Mary's City Fire Department. And they are joined this evening with the EMA, the Emergency Management Authority for Auglaize County. And again, they are a special response unit that works with our other fire.
I'm sure they were
emergency
especially
departments.
alert during these last few days
I'm
for
sure,
flooding
yeah.
issues.
Yep. And bringing up the rear again to close things out tonight is the City of St. Mary's Police. And it looks like Julius Fisher at the wheel.
Oh, was that? I didn't
Yes,
know. Julius
it looked like. So it looks like we're winding things up here for the 2026 parade. And as Rich Spencer, our producer Rich Spencer predicted, the weather held off. We want to thank, in addition to Rheinmetall, Everhart Hospice, and Rock City Church for sponsoring the parade, we also want to throw a big thank you to St. Mary's Marathon and Auto Insurance, who were Auto Insurance, formerly Burke Insurance, who were also parade sponsors this year. They did not have an entry into the parade, but they were parade sponsors.
Important parts of sponsoring
yes,
the parade.
And so a big thank you to all of those organizations for sponsoring tonight's very successful 2026 parade. We want to throw a big thank you to Ross Henshin, Rich Spencer, Susan Spencer, and Logan Yelton for their work behind the scenes. And let's be honest, they're doing all the work. We're just sitting here talking. Yeah, we're just talking. They're doing all the work. And as always, our Rider Nation Station crew does just a top-notch job. And we want to thank them for their time this evening. And
until Friday Night Football, until Friday Night Lights against Galleon.
Rider Nation Station's signing off. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you hopefully next week.